Howdy, howdy. Alright, this is going to be a little scuffed. Bear with me. Okay. So I'm having to play off of my third monitor over here, but normally my webcam is set up in the center for tracking purposes. But since I figure so I'm not going to be looking at the webcam most of the stream, I moved it over to the side monitor. But that means when I go to look at chat, it's all the way over there. Boyo! So I did move a second chat window over here, but I'm going to keep forgetting about it. So we'll see how it goes. I've also not actually booted up this game at all before. I was testing with other Switch 2 games, so hopefully there's no issues with the capture card and Metroid specifically. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm excited. We're continuing the Metroid marathon. That was, I think, the first marathon that we did. And now there's a new entry to play, which is exciting. So we're going to see if we can get through all of Prime 4 on stream. Not today, certainly, but over the next couple of weekends. So yeah. Let's get started, I guess. Always happy to see you, Yahazu. Boyo indeed. I'm playing on a crappy 1080p monitor, so I guess performance. I don't even think this monitor can do 120 FPS either. It's probably a 1080p 60 screen. And then the stream is going to downmix it to 30 FPS, so that'll be fine. I don't know, switch to quality mode when connected to TV monitor that doesn't support 120 Hz or 120 Hz turned off in the console settings. I can't support either of those, so I guess we'll see what happens. Let me know if there's any audio quality issues or very egregious delays. It's probably going to be a little bit of a delay with the audio on the capture card. There's nothing I can do about that, really. There's some things I can try to tweak if it's really bad. Actually, the other way around, really. If it's really bad, there's probably nothing I can do. If it's off by a few milliseconds, I can try adding a delay. One or the other. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Nice. Okay. Yeah, the gamma on this monitor is going to be so hecked up. Well, that is probably going to look decent on the stream, hopefully. Motion controls, where you can use mouse movement, mouse aim, movement. I guess they both support mouse controls. This would be for if I'm holding it up. I think I would prefer stick controls if I'm not using mouse movement. That. Normal difficulty sounds fine. I can't even use hard difficulty anyway. Not that I would, and I don't think I'll need to play on casual. Hopefully. I don't think I'm that bad at games. Hopefully. Cosmic Year 20X9. Determined to defeat Samus, the Galactic Federation. Select his army of space pirates, launch a series of attacks on Federation research facilities. Irma does save points out healing, get back ammo. I see. Makes sense. Feels like a roguelike. I believe the space pirates are being controlled by Metroids that have the ability to fuse with other life forms and control their minds. Not really like a roguelike, but you know what I mean. On planet Tanamar in the Desolate system, another Federation research facility is being attacked. The Federation HQ received a distress call and dispatched Samus, who was on a reconnaissance mission nearby. If I 100% of the enemies in that first part don't appear anywhere else, yeah. Games are not allowed to compare to you, so it is. I can turn that down. I mean, I'm quiet too, but that game is definitely loud, yeah, you're right. Alright, let me know if that's too loud or too quiet. Continue adjusting. I will probably not stress out about getting 100% for the stream playthrough. I might go back in and grind out a 100% scan run off stream afterwards. But I'm not going to worry about that for the stream playthrough. I'm just going to focus on getting through the game. Yeah, I did see people mentioning that, so thanks for reminding me. I just need to scan like 3 different enemies in this area and the bosses. The rest respawns. Fair enough. Still, the point stands. I'm not going to worry about 100%ing this playthrough, I don't think. Just completing the game. I think a lot of the Metroid games are like that. I think I didn't 100% scan and complete or anything on the initial playthrough. If you want me to 100% the game because you can without replaying everything, well, I will, just not on stream, I don't think. I don't want to be here for months and months. Alrighty, let's go. I was kind of not reacting to that whole intro, but yeah, it's Metroid. Sure, it's Metroid Prime. It's her, Metroid. Yeah. Yeah, it does feel a lot like the Metroid 1 remaster in terms of visuals. It's a little bit better lighting. Left trigger for lock-on, that feels right. Right stick for micro-aim, or I can do mouse controls. Right stick for aiming. Okay, yeah, that would take some getting used to, yeah. Okay, that's missiles, right? Trigger, that makes sense. Left trigger is jump. Interesting. Okay, yeah, right trigger and the right bumper is primary fire, that makes sense. Let's see. Control stick feels fine. I don't feel the need to mouse aim right now. I'll try it out again in a minute once I've been playing a little more. Then you can also use motion control of the aim, even in dual sticks, you can turn off the options if it throws you off. Okay, I see that. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying. Can I pause? Yeah, it's scan visor. Minus is pause. Got it. Settings. Got options. Tutorials, yep. Difficulty's good. Almost 50%. That. I guess quality, we'll see if that makes a difference. You need help with legibility, helmet and HUD. Swaying of the HUD is fine. Have headphone audio. Enable motion controls, I can turn that off there, that's good. Controls for lock-on frame, no, I'm good with that. I don't think it was inverted, I think we're good there. Auto mouse controls is fine. Ooh. Yeah, for some reason this feels so much different than a regular mouse, even though I guess it functions the same. I just have to find a more comfortable way to hold it. I'm good with the control stick controls for now, I think. See if there's anything that requires a little precision. Especially with lock-on. There we go. And it effectively gives you strafe controls too while you're locked on. Yeah, that feels pretty decent as a control scheme. Oh. Now was I walking on fire? That would do it. Me just completely ignoring the actual game. Just to get used to the controls. Alright, Space Pirates! Okay, you can still charge to get collectibles, that's good. Yeah, this is a sequence that they kept showing in all the trailers. Controls in the control scheme too. That is nice. And a lot of Nintendo games don't do that. As he gets out here. Let's scan. I already killed all the enemies, so whoops. I need to restart the game. Hey, no, thanks for the resubscription. Why can't Halo crawl? Because I haven't unlocked it yet. Apparently. There's more of those? Okay, cool. 59 months is a long time. Also, I have already screwed up my whole plan to use a second chat window. There we go. So I don't have to look all the way over to the other monitor. Fine for normal streaming. Doesn't work quite as well when I have to play off my third monitor like this. No is cute, it's true. Can't deny it. Galactic Federation Trooper. No license detected, yep. Can't believe they're dead. Yeah, it feels good to be back playing Metroid again after... That was my first marathon, so that was a while ago. I've gone through, what? Metroid, Kirby, Pikmin, 3D Sonic, and Star Fox. So it's been a while since we've done a Metroid. Yep. Federation Troopers. Then half the game was scan up so you wouldn't miss anything. Understandable. I got screwed by autosave. Yeah, that really sucks. I'm sorry that you got locked out of that. That has unfortunately always been a Metroid thing, that there's a point of no return, and you're not really expected to get everything the first playthrough. But it does suck that they don't just, yeah, let you return, or even just retroactively move your save point back after you complete the game.
You made it. Command needs you to secure a sensitive artifact. Uploading coordinates now.
Manual save before just in case you didn't think it over right. Yeah, that sucks.
When you're ready, scan the door and head through.
You know, scanning everything after like first biome unless you got stuck. Makes sense. Yeah. I have been scanning everything past minute, but honestly, like I told you Hauser earlier, I do think I will probably not worry about getting 100% for the stream playthrough. And if I'm enjoying the game enough, I will just go and do an off-stream grind to 100% the game. I'm not as motivated to do it for Nintendo games because I don't have achievements. It really does motivate me quite a bit, oddly enough.
We'll hold position here. Go get him, Samus.
Very curious how I feel about the game. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I just started, obviously, still in the tutorial, but I do like the controls at least. Controls feel very modern Metroid Prime. Promising. And Space Pirate. Yeah, no particular weaknesses. A missile, why would I do that? I need to conserve those. Okay, I need to leave the target a lot more than that if I want to land a hit with the charge blast. Makes sense. Let's have a bit of travel time. See what people were saying about the lights on the blast. It's kind of interesting. They do have a point light, but it only kicks in ways away from where you fire from. It would be a shame if anything happened to those missiles. Yep. It's like, why conserve anything in the tutorial? They're just gonna drop me back down to having no upgrades. There's a lot of stuff to scan in here, wow. Are all these? Yeah, okay. Nice. Like there was, if it doesn't appear great in the scan, you did it wrong. Understandable. Yeah, okay, I think I will just save that for another playthrough. This will take a lot of extra stream hours. if I do that for everything. But I'm definitely interested. Metroid wouldn't do that. No, they would never give you a tutorial where you have most of your upgrades and then take that away. Okay, Halo can crawl. Look at that. This scan only asks for enemies and NPCs and stuff like that. Still, I would want to scan absolutely everything. Why not? Boom. Nice. That's a cool mech. Got the Galactic Federation Trooper helmet on the front of that. We Titan Ball now, yep. Alright, it's pretty cool. Drop pods. I'm not allowed to do that. Hi, guard. Oh, yes. High is in over, and guard is in watch, right? To shamelessly rip off a Skitty Bitty tweet. Can't ride a bear in Overwatch, that's true. It does make it the better bear riding game, that's for sure. You can ride a bear in Baldur's Gate 3, though, so Game of the Year. That's crazy, yeah. No, I mean, the game might actually be interesting, it's just kind of writing what we're talking about here. Well, Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't have a mount system, so you tell me. Bombs? Classic.
Give me someone on that door! Take him out now! We're trying! Can't get a shot!
Can I drop out here? I don't think so. No.
Running out of time!
Feeling excited for the Divinity reboot? I... Very much depends for me on if it's also a CRPG or if it's an action RPG. Because I looked at some gameplay of the original Divinity games and I'm not sure I would play them. I guess we'll see. Dragon's confident. And did he die? He died. Whoops. Sorry, your friend died. Your friends died. I'm not very good at this game yet. My apologies. Scan door. Yeah, that Divinity trailer was crazy, though.
They're moving the artifact to safety.
Oh, I see. There we go. Now it's a regular door? Now it's a regular door. Okay, that was a multi-step process. And just in case you didn't get it the first time, let's do it again. Yeah. Okay, that sensitivity's a little bit low. Can I change that? Yeah. What is this? A cursor, is it? No, it is. Okay. Yeah. Let's crank that up a bit. Let's see if that makes a difference. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Game has definitely been done really well in this game. Feels good, yeah. Yeah, definitely was a good improvement on the original. The modernization of the controls.
We're out of time. Let's go.
Alrighty. Okay, and they've got giant pirates too. That's right. It's a Metroid! From the hit game Metroid. Ow. And it supercharged him, okay. That's fun. Actual Metroid in a Metroid game in 2025 is crazy. Yep. Wow, he's got multiple weak points on his body that are off-centered from the lock-on point. I wonder what this mechanic could be demonstrating. There we go, in time for missiles. Unless the glowing part means that you can't use missiles there? Oh, you can. It's just barriered. Okay. How do I... Yeah, there we go. There's the strafe jump. Abarax. That's a very Metroid Prime name. Oh, okay. Dodge that attack. Oh. Jump over that one, which I did not do. Oh, shit. I don't have great depth perception here, clearly. Die to the tutorial boss. It's gonna be great. There we go. Finally jumped over properly. Yeah, this very much feels like, hey, we need to make a Metroid Prime game. How do we make it like Metroid Prime? I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but like this game just makes me think, oh yeah, that sure is a Metroid Prime game, huh? I don't really have any like specific thoughts on the game on its own. Oh, am I supposed to roll under those? That would make sense. There we go. That makes sense. Which, like, I love Metroid Prime, so that's not a complaint at all. It's just a funny thought to me. I'm canceling development and starting from scratch really sent them into a panic. Yeah, they're like, okay, Nintendo wants a Metroid Prime game, we're gonna give them the most Metroid Prime-y game that has ever Metroid Primed. Which I can respect. They don't want another Other M. Yeah, they're very generous with the heals in this boss, which makes sense. It's a tutorial boss. There we go. Like, what if Metroid came out on the Xbox 360, but better? You're supposed to double jump over those. That makes sense. For Prime 4 feels Prime, like how Luigi's Mansion 3 felt to the first one. Alright. I didn't think those are all that similar at all, but I guess. We'll see. Cool, cool. Got your cinematic moments. You got Metroid. Sam's not talking much. You got Metroids. Overproduced but flawed. Fair enough. It looks very cool, at least. Definitely hitting me in the Prime nostalgia feels. I don't think the artifact's supposed to do that. Every part of the game, Samus never talks, but she still has a voice actor credit. Voice actor in the end credits. Yeah, well, she's still like, you know, grunts. I was here's definitely working. Yeah. Working for you. I think it's working for me, at least. I'm a big fan of Metroid Prime, obviously. Prime 2 was a formative part of my childhood. And I still think Prime 1 is one of the better 3D Metroidvanias out there. Prime 3 did not live up to expectations, but I understand why. Because they were like, we gotta make it all grand and cinematic, and then just did not have the time or the budget to actually make it a good Metroidvania on top of that. Oh, fancy. They said a function in multiple systems offline. Well, you look at that! I can still morph ball, though. But no double jump, no missiles, no morph ball bombs, just morph ball itself, no boost ball. I didn't realize I had boost ball. Good to know. I think Prime 1's still the best out of the Primes, yeah. Not that the other two are bad. Or I guess the other three now. But the way that the areas interconnected in Prime 1, and you unlocked better shortcuts for traversing them, is just really satisfying. Prime 2 backtracking is always a slog, even with all the upgrades. And Prime 3 was just very linear. It's also bad with the boost ball U things. Boost ball half pipes. Alright, there's a drone. Escorting me in, fun. Yeah, the half pipes are fun. Okay. I thought these would be scannable, but I guess not. There's the doors. Is the drone scannable? It is, okay. Mechanoid variant. Match for materials or technology. Well, they sure don't look like Chozo. Got our new ancient alien race for this game. I do like this aesthetic. It's very, interesting. No, Mike, clearly. Kind of. Kind of. Got the forehead thing. Pretty cool looking. I don't know exactly how to describe this aesthetic, but it's kind of got like that angelic sweeping, like layered feathers look. While also being like more rigid architecture. It's very nice. You know, all the little glowy light bits. I'm a fan. Very organic architecture. Look at that. On the way that they have the screen space reflection effect on that, distortion. See the way it kind of like bends weirdly as I rotate around because it's doing screen space reflections. That's fun. Oh. A lot of stuff going on in here. Can I jump? Seeing a lot of tin soldiers. Terracotta warriors. Okay, that's how we get up. We just gotta wait for the cutscene. Cool. The glowing blue thing makes me think Krazoa Spirit from Star Fox Adventures. It's kind of got that bluish purple semi-transparent effect. Obviously in HD though. Stuff down there too. These are mechanoids. Android created using an unknown technology. Yep. Tracks. I assume this is a shootable door, but let's see. Technology used to construct this device cannot be identified. Yeah, okay. Okay, not a shooting door. Good to know. Unknown hologram technology. Very helpful. Yes, no unknown alien race. Very cool. What are those up there? More androids. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Look into the light. Launch restoring a mechanoid. Yep. Edge of an unknown species with unknown material. No match in the database. We don't know anything. There's a warp platform. Quite nice to get to learn about a completely new alien race again. Absolutely. That's what it should be about. Since the discovery and all that. Now their eyes are open now. Maybe they were open before and I just didn't notice. Ominous. Oh, the rumble as it rolls across the like ribbed flooring. That's fun. Are you gonna open this door for me now? Can't. Very generic sci-fi alien music. Funny. Sensor unknown device. You gonna slide yourself in over there? Yeah. Now you just scan it, okay. That creates one of these weird bridges. Or instantaneously using an ore with an unknown geometric signature. Geometric game we want to explore Ridley's ancestry? That would be interesting, yeah, because we still don't know hardly anything about Ridley's deal. Despite him being in so many games. The Star Fox crossover would be kind of crazy. Except Star Fox Adventure. What? I don't know. I think that sounds great. Oh. Ominous. I can move. I can look around. Can't scan, can't shoot. They keep rewinding me. Oh, there we go. They're beckoning me onward. That's very Outer Wilds. Wish to put the alien axolotls. They're really cute. Appropriately alien. Like their head tentacles. Their singular big eye is a cool look. And we're getting an upgrade of some kind. Hi, Carrick. How's it going? Oh. Makes sense that it goes in her head, actually. It's some kind of like psychic energy. Chosen one, our savior. Give you this. It's cold and there are wolves after you. Tell them to stop. Oh, we got a fancy purple visor. Psychic crystal acquired. Okay, so it was literally just a psychic crystal. Fair enough. This latent psychic power is residing within you and enables interacting with psychic technology using your visor. Third eye opened, yep. So here's the fire psychic beam. Press X to switch to the psychic visor. I like the word psychic in this game, I can see that. Okay. That's a modification of the scan visor. Great for basic attack. If you wonder what something is, just remove the word psychic. Yep, makes sense. Okay, so now we got things we can interact with psychically. Still scan things as before. Umozanite. A Lemorne. The chosen one meets gaze while standing on the teleporter. Its energy has been claimed. Umozanite. So these are Lemornes. That's a priest that can manipulate psychic energy. Okay. Yep, so psychic alien race called Lemornes. Chrono Tower to an alternate dimension containing the Lemorne Holy Ground. Okay. That's the drone that was docked, right? Psychic Assembler. No, okay, that's just the bridge maker. Okay. Exotics by bonding or molecule nanomachines floating through the environment. So they're nanomachines, of course. Using psychic energy. Huh? Yeah, I like how psychically connecting with them has made us magically able to scan everything now. And war molecule nanomachines, psychic energy, guardian commands, or Lemorne telepathy. Very cool. We can now use the Force. Chrono Tower Gate. This is bidirectional, but there are unidirectional. Okay, and now my primary beam can open them. Okay. Cybot. Raised up by Lemorne in everyday life, operate through telepathy, face to face the Griever threat after the Great Tragedy. Okay, so there's a Great Tragedy that caused problems, and they're fighting something called Grievers. It's not just a beam anymore, it's a psychic beam. That's true. Guardian storage socket. Enshrines a guardian who will guide the Chosen One. You know, it's a good thing we're the Chosen One and not like one of the random Galactic Federation troopers that was in the room there. I feel like convenient. Alright, so what's this then? It's the Guardians when the Chosen One is detected within the light reading on the pedestal. Operation complete. Chosen One detected. Actually, is that why they're called the Chozo? Because we are the Chosen One? Probably not. Alright, so what is this thing then? Elevator Chrono Tower Pinnacle activated. Okay, so that's just elevator marker. We're thinking that too. Nice. Okay. Going up. Yep. So we are going into the light. Ooh. Spooky. A discordant noise. Whining, droning noise. Very good. Why does this look like a boss arena? I'm concerned. Why is it called a droning noise? Good question, actually. I don't know. Psychic ball track. Track made of psychic energy suspended in open space. Once it has materialized, track can be navigated using the psychic spider ball. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so it's just a ball track made of energy that can be navigated with a spider ball. You just remove psychic from everything. Yep, that'll do it. That is a very Japanese Nintendo sort of thing, to throw that on front of everything. Welcome. Chotian to Wulan. Master, I'm priest of the Lemorne. The Chosen One foretold in the ancient prophecy. We, the Lemorne, will cease to exist. However, by preserving our history and knowledge for the future. The Mourn spirit will keep on living. Chosen One. Carry out our legacy from this planet Viros to a new world. That is your mission and the last hope of the Lamorn. The Master Teleporter is located at the pinnacle above us. Is needed to journey to a new world. You see, you must first collect 5 keys. Mark the key locations here. One first travel to our temple. Touch this ball of light. Ominous ball of light. Ah yes, the 5 elements. Psychic, 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 and psychic. Air, water, earth, fire, and psychic. Those two. Psychic in green, psychic in blue, psychic in brown, psychic in red, and psychic in pink. Teleportation field generated by psychic energy. This creation was skill unique to Lamorn priests. It transports objects to the location designated by its creator. Okay, cool. I always love just big open areas like this in games where there's almost nothing to interact with. It's just there for you to feel like there's a lot going on, even though there isn't. I don't know, it's nice. Psychic air, psychic water, psychic earth, psychic fire, and psychic. Sorry, you're right. I forgot to put psychic in front of everything. My mistake. So true. Nah, I'm loving this. This is very cheesy Metroid Prime style stuff. Classic energy tunnel, very pretty. Alright. So how did this ancient civilization ruin their society by dabbling in things they shouldn't have dabbled in? Every time. Very consistent. Location of teleporter key confirmed. Open map. Okay. Garden of Remembrance. Okay, yeah, so we got the classic Metroid Prime map, but now we've got a terrain map underneath it. That's cool. That's a good take on it. Got the bloom cranked all the way up in here, as you should. Psychic War ruined their psychic society. Yep. That tracks. I should have made Psychic Peace, not Psychic War. Old psychic hands instead of psychic weapons. Okay. Are these dangerous? Strong impact will break the skin and scatter the contents. So they do pop. It doesn't seem like they're like explosive. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I expected after the Prime 1 remaster. Definitely. Got kind of the linear exploration rooms, but lots of extra environmental detail to make them feel bigger than they are. Classic. I miss games that have this kind of linear environments with just like random trees and plant life growing everywhere. I don't know. It's not trying to be open world. Clair Obscur did that really well. Yes and no. That is one of the things I dislike about Clair Obscur, is that there is not a clear line between what is navigable and what isn't. And right off the bat, I can tell here there is. I'm willing to bet I can hop on these rocks. There's no invisible walls. Yep. Obviously can't climb that because that is the wall. I can wedge myself into this corner. I can probably, with double jump, get myself stuck on this geometry. Yep. And if it is not clearly a boundary, it is traversable. Flare Obscure, I was frequently like, is that a jumping puzzle, or is that just the wall that is 2 feet high? I've had a few invisible walls in this, but it was manageable. Yeah. I'm sure it's not perfect, but that's my big issue with it. There were a lot of invisible walls in Expedition 33 that didn't make a lot of sense to me. Otherwise, though, visually, yes, absolutely. They did a great job of making linear, decorated levels. Just gameplay-wise, this is as big of a fan. I can already tell double jump is going to be a big deal when I get that. Alright, I saw something moving over here. I can hear you warbling. Where are you? They're saving it. The bats, obviously. Or, not bats. Sickle flies. Dragonfly subspecies. Sure. I want to keep the walls in Expedition 33 because Wukong is even more atrocious. They finally put a map in that game because it got really obnoxious for a lot of people. Oof. And Expedition 33 was already on the line of what I was willing to tolerate. I can't imagine it being even worse than that. Like, at that point, just have Eagle Vision to show you where the nav meshes is. Where the nav meshes are, so you don't even have control over where to step. You don't even pretend it's explorable. That's a statue, that's why that's highlighted. Statue! Item detected within. Can I shoot the forehead gem? I'd love to have Metroid Prime 4's map in Expedition 3, even just a mini-map. Yeah, that's another thing where, like, I don't know if they made the right design decision, but I at least respect them for making an intentional decision. Because they very much did not want a map or a mini-map for the areas. Because otherwise people would just navigate off the map and ignore the environment itself, which I respect. The environments are gorgeous, and I think any time spent not staring at them would have been a waste. But there are definitely a few places where I got a little bit lost. Some of the side areas. Yeah, this etch in particular, you came back so many times to try to break it every time you got a new thing. Alright, so good to know I shouldn't waste too much time trying to break it then. Yeah, because it doesn't really say. It just says item within, it's got cracks. It doesn't really give you a lot to go off of. It doesn't say like, oh, it's made of so-and-so ore that you need a certain weapon type to break. That'll pick up. I'll pick up or something. I don't see any way to like dislodge it. Cause it to fall. One of the last story upgrades, that's crazy. Makes sense that you'd have something like that. Do you have to backtrack all the way for, though? That is very Metroid. Game does have a bad habit of lying to you a few times, so he wasn't sure. Interesting. I don't like those. Fiber deformity. Yeah, glowing fungus. As you do. Giant spiral. Send a spiral and display response to any impact stimulation. Get to that when we talk about the game design in a year or so. We can do it earlier than a year, potentially. We can do a short Q1 recap or something, I don't know. We talk about it in Twitch chat whenever you stream. Alrighty. I need to take a sip. My throat is already. I guess it has been an hour already. Wow. Time flies. It just started the game. Okay. Yeah, that looks dangerous. Oh, it's coming towards me even. Homing spore, okay. Sporangium of the gas spore. It's in the air and senses the heat of nearby organisms. Approaches then explodes. Good to know. Anything else in here, or was that just tutorial for spores? Oh, it's the tutorial for spores. Got it. Dum, 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 dum. Now we got our Breath of the Wild moment. Let's go. Gotta have our Breath of the Wild cliff moment. Fury green. Nice. It is indeed green. I don't see the Fury yet, but I'm sure we will. Not the furry green, although with all the fungus it might be furry. I escaped. Oh, what's this? The Lemorn gaze upward and behold the sacred tree, blessed by the Temple of Memory, a shrine that preserves and protects our memories and wisdom. Green Hill Zone Act 1. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, we can scan that from here, wow. The sacred tree of the Lemorn, it is estimated over 6 millennia, because it absorbed and stored massive amounts of psychic energy. That tracks. Temple over there. Giant tree. Yeah, so you look at it, you see like all of this stuff out here. But it's all an illusion, because that stuff only exists in this room. Which is pretty wild. Giant trees are great. A lot of grapper. There's reptiles with using wings, powerful legs. And burrow. Great. Those are the enemies that pop out of the ground to annoy you. Snipe them? Yes. Nice. Beautiful. I missed one. There we go. Yeah. I was gonna say, you have this huge skybox here with the giant tree and everything. And I'm gonna walk into the next room and none of that is gonna exist anymore. That is purely just part of this room. The actual room probably just ends a few feet out from here. An invisible wall here. It is great. I love all those tricks the gaming does. In linear games like this. I can definitely see why this game is able to run at 120 FPS. Definitely not all that graphically taxing for a Switch 2 title. I think it's got a really good art style, so I can't really complain about it. Kind of reminds me of the Oblivion remaster, actually, in a lot of ways. Had a similar kind of color saturation going on. There we go. Very pretty looking game. Oh, I agree. Yeah. I mean, you definitely could not have come out with this on any of the previous Nintendo consoles. But I can definitely see why this runs on Switch. Not a Switch 2 exclusive. Alright, so we have platforms up here, but we can't actually get up there. From here, at least. Maybe this wraps around. Find out. Looks like ruins. Ancient purification site. Okay. Can we be purified? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize there were that many spores. Where are you? Is it just the one? I guess it could have been just the one. Second biome in this game is probably your favorite. Any 3D Metroidvania, aesthetically and atmospherically. Nice. I'm looking forward to it then. This music is very Metroid Prime too. I love it. Immerse your form in the sacred waters. Temple of Memory shall then bless the purified Levorn. I don't see any water to purify myself in here though. Unlucky. No purification for us. Unless it's through there, in which case maybe. Oh. They're not solid. Pressing psychic energy, standing on them requires psychic boots. Ah, of course. We only have regular boots. Unlucky. Look like eyes and a nose. Like a pig. There's more in Psychic Lock. Psychic ability seal variant. Need to go back to those apparently. Yeah, glad I could help. Replacing Psychic Energy moat, spheres, and other receptacles. Debilitate Psychic moat, lessons of Psychic Energy that acts as a key. Okay. So find the keys, come back here. Yep. Receptacle for Psychic mode is built into its forehead. Oh. Can I just shoot it? No. Yeah, so those are the two motes that we need. I don't have any way of accessing them as far as I can tell. Can't lock on node in psychic mode. Shooting it does nothing. Okay, never mind then, we'll come back. Got a missile upgrade? Yeah, missile expansion. Nice. Did you know Levorn were psychics? You know, I don't think the game has made that clear enough yet. No, that was kind of ambiguous. I can see where you get that impression, but, you know, just not that obvious. Oh. What's your deal? Scout bot. Ultrasonic waves from overhead detects the map positions of valuables in the area. Needs an electric shock. I don't have an electric beam. Seeing a lot of stuff we can't interact with yet. Which, I mean, it is a Metroidvania, so that's appropriate. Earlier, that's what I mentioned as being a good quality of life in this game. I had to, like, show you items. Yeah, makes sense. Just the one enemy. I don't see anything else on the radar. Okay. Psychic block needs moats. Presumably. Yep. Any moats around here, though? This is interactable. Stoneberry. Okay, over 100%, they're really justify when you miss the biome, you love them. Makes sense. That is nice. Alright, open up. Gotcha. I appreciate that the scan visor doesn't totally wash out the color. So your experience isn't hurt that much by walking around with the scan visor on. Searing container for psychic energy linked to the gate. Okay. By connecting with it, I open the door. What is that? Psychic glove. Psychic visor and a telekinetic control over psychic objects such as motes. Okay. Well, makes a lot of sense. Mote power. Take the holy power in your hand. The path you must walk lies beyond that door. Okay. New pair of mittens. Yep. One of my hands is a cannon, so how does that work? Oh, it's just the one glove, actually. That tracks. Oh, manipulation of psychic motes and psychic objects. Just the psychic visor and hold ZL to grasp a target. Right stick. Okay. So you just lock onto it like you're scanning it. Release it. Simple enough. Boom, 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 boom. Ugh. You can tell I didn't sleep much. I was up much later than I should have been, getting one of the Solar Blade endings. Turns out I missed some items, so I'm gonna have to do a 4th playthrough, but such is life. Backtrack back that way. Oh, so this is the door we walked past already. Okay, so let's just loop back around. I see. Is there anything else to see here? Probably not, but double check. Yeah, okay. Big hollowed out tree trunk. Very cool. Alright, and now we can open the moat door. So we can interact with that yet? Nope. Now we can do these guys. Yoink. My psychic mode now. And those really are like eyes. Really intentional, I guess. Alright, so what is this? Oh, what? That's a puzzle! I didn't even realize. I thought I was scanning. Little motion control puzzles. Oh. Energy tank, right? Energy tank! Understand this is left-handed or ambidextrous? Good question. Samus feels like the kind of person that would be left-handed. I will not elaborate. I don't have any rationale behind that. Shren, flying insects. These are the nest swarmers, okay. And, can't destroy the nest, not even with a charge shot. Like 7 aliens on top of the chosen ones for a random 8th race, so I wouldn't be surprised either way. True. Maybe she's got a 3rd arm and just we haven't seen it until now. Who knows? Yeah, these guys are gonna be annoying. We're gonna need missiles to break their hives or something. Anti-Federation distress beacon detected. What are they doing here? Sinkhole. Alright, we missed any major doors so far? Not that the map is showing. Oh, can place markers? That's cool. Oh wait, it highlights the room even. That's interesting. Distress bacon. Yeah, what? If they used distressed bacon, I'd be a lot more willing to go help them. And bacon. So obviously, since they highlighted where we need to go, we should obviously go the other way. Everyone knows that's how this works. You don't think you ever actually taste bacon? Bacon usually de-stresses you. That's true. De-stress bacon. Bacon does sound really nice. Wait, was that yeah, okay. That was just the wall. For a second that looked like a bombable thing, but now that's just lighting. Because you eat bacon when you're distressed. True. It's one of my breakfast comfort foods. Ooh. Spooky. And the tree roots. Oh. Even a trail. Where'd he go? He's gone now. Oh, there he is. Crustacean morphology isopod. Glides along the slick mucus which they produce. The diet is primarily glow mold, causing their abdomen and mucus to glow. I see. Not sure if I'm supposed to follow him or shoot him. Follow. That's the answer. And then, yep. I was about to say, and then he gets snatched. Okay. And if I, whatever that was. I spot antenna. Life signs diminishing due to severance from body. That would do it. Most of my body parts would also die if you severed them from my main body. Antenna stays there the rest of the game for some reason. I guess no one comes back to eat it. Oh. Beetle variant nest. It's hardened mud and clay. The nest is fragile enough that a single powerful blow would shatter it. The dead thing is dead because it died. Do be like that. Okay, charge beam wall. Simple enough. Like that rock explosion. Let's deal with this. All form of insect webbing. Cannot be cleared with standard firearms. Highly flammable and rule using high heat weaponry. So we need a fire beam for that. You know, people die when they are killed. You were baffled when you learned it. Wow, that's completely unintuitive. Why would it ever work that way? People dying when they're killed. I guess that line almost kind of makes sense in context, actually. But out of context, it makes zero sense at all, obviously. Okay, so spikes you can shoot, but they're everywhere. They're designed to be annoying in that way. That makes sense. Never saw the context. Yeah, it was something like there's like magic or something that's making everyone immortal. So you could defeat them and deal like mortal blows, but then they keep getting back up. The idea is that people are no longer reviving after being dealt mortal wounds. Which makes sense. Spot corpse. All life signs have ceased. It's impaled on a rock. Wow. Didn't even eat it. Just left it there. That's rude. Just finish your food. Oh, There's a one-way path. Oh, we've reached the sinkhole. Of course, the door that went, or the path went in the opposite direction was the correct path, and not the one that was closer. That makes sense. Floor here is made out of floor. It's true. When Research status spray on branches to you later. Yeah, that's true. That's probably where they got the inspiration. Okay, well, nowhere to go but down. Hopefully we didn't miss anything important. I don't think we did, but... Wow, wow, wow.
A mess.
Ow, wow.
You're alone on a planet, no hope of survival. But you're also not sitting next to Phil anymore in that cubicle, so... Win? Oh. Okay.
So I've decided if you like him or not. I've decided I'm not gonna bother disliking him. I'm not gonna make the game miserable for myself for no reason.
Samus? Samus Aran?
Hey! Hey, Samus Aran! I'm stuck! Help me out! Oh! Please get me down. I'll just stay right here. Try not to die.
Good plan. Good plan. Try not to die. I highly recommend trying not to die. Okay, I see what's going on here, and this feels like a bad idea. Burst of struck. Yep. I mean, obviously it's gonna work out, but like... shooting this down just doesn't seem safe. Doesn't seem like a good idea.
Oh! I think it's working. Shoot some more.
I'll try to maintain structural stability, not that that makes a difference.
What was that?
And this dude can probably just jump off. Probably.
Not sound friendly.
Still doesn't sound fun. Hello.
Okay, I got it. Oh, no.
And he drops his gun. Nice. And that is a Griever. Oh boy. I can see these guys are gonna give me some grief.
What are these things?
Well, let me scan them and I'll tell you. It's a jungle Griever. Just in case you were curious, it's a jungle Griever. You're very into this area, you can leap to great heights and climb trees quickly. It's funny, but also easy to do. It tells you, hey, look at the map if you don't know where to go. Makes sense. They gotta make this game accessible to children. Such is life. Fortunate trade-offs. At least Samus is the one talking. They could have ruined Samus' character by making her the one talking to herself all the time. I do wish there was a way to turn it off. Honestly, it's a miracle that we got control settings in a Nintendo game. There's only so much customization you can expect. The baby. True. Another M sure was a game. Hi. Whoa. Not coming at me from behind, it's rude. I specifically bottlenecked myself here so I could use this as gauntlet. It's starting to feel like an infinite gauntlet. Just as I say that, I run out.
Now help me down.
Hey, okay. There we go, all of them broken. Good news, you're alive.
We're good.
Okay.
Or is it one of those things where it feels like they never stop coming? Yeah. They looked up though. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'm a specialist, Miles McKenzie, engineer level 4. I have something for you. Hold on, I gotta manually override this
Stick.
Manual override.
Stick a little. Come on.
Really just like when you take your time exploring the game and the game designer's like, hey, go here. Yeah.
Oh, boy, this is really jammed.
And his,
Hang on. I got it. Ah.
I guess you gotta bully him a little bit. I didn't know what they were doing with that. Yeah, it's unfortunate they got hand-holding, but... Again... Their target audience primarily is, like, 10-year-olds that think it's the coolest thing ever. So, I gotta make it playable for 10-year-olds who think this is the coolest thing ever. And it'd be nice if there was customization, but, it's Nintendo. They're allergic to that. And they're right, it is one of the coolest things ever, it's true. We had Navi and Ocarina of Time, exactly. This is not their first time trying to do this. Certainly won't be the last. Stuff. Cargo door, yes. Yeah, unlatch the cargo door. Containers. Large containers. And of course, missile launcher. I like Tattle more. Understandable. Hey, listen! Yet another version of the item acquired theme. I was thinking about changing that sound redeem so I just get all the different item acquired jingles from all the different games and just randomize it. That'd be fun. Launch required. This launch has been restored. Press R to launch an explosive missile with target tracking capabilities. Did I have anything I needed missiles for? I think just the hives for the swarmers. Even like Fee? That's the one. Has more personality, but still prefer Navi. Fair enough. I like Fee's design at least. I know how
Just a
Mrs.
little
work.
token of my appreciation. If it's okay with you, I'm gonna tag along. So, where to? It might be a good idea to check the map and get our bearings.
I like his goggles. Very goofy, in a fun way. Very much a techie, not a soldier. That I like. Reminds me of Tech from Bad Batch. The Morn Tech.
Samus,
Regeneration, even if reduced to
that
full.
thing, it won't stop moving.
Okay, so those are item pickup things. Until he has military training, but fighting isn't wise there, exactly. Oh, infinitely regenerating missiles. Okay, good to know. I'm guessing those are going to be rare. Kind of a fun animation. There's going to be a missile wall. Yep. Learning about all the things we can destroy with missiles. Just knock it off since you can't go back, yeah.
Missiles might work against tougher enemies.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's exactly what it's there for. Anti-soft lock.
How about we avoid any standing water? Those things seem pretty territorial.
Same here. Infinite missiles. I'm worried about these won't appear for most of the game. They're important here to prevent soft locks. Baldur's Gate 3 has a very similar thing where they've got a thing in the tutorial that lets you infinitely heal and recover all of your resources, and then it never appears again for the rest of the game. It's always a resource cost after that.
Wait, something's happening.
Ah. All the motion control puzzles. Good excuse to have them, though.
What? How did you do that?
Psychic powers! Let's go. There's the save station.
Wonder what's so special?
Miles McKenzie, primarily responsible for goal maintenance at the UTO Research Center.
About that machine. Why hide it?
Thankfully, they designed it to look similar to the ones in the previous Prime games. Visual design language is important. Just get him while he's idle, he asks what it says. That's fun.
This technology, it's not as old as the rest of these ruins. What do you think it's doing here?
Serving as a convenient space for me to save, honestly. Well, they mentioned a little more and are all about, like, saving memories and stuff, so clearly that's what it's doing here, too.
Did you just scan me? What does it say?
Pretty neutral description. Ah, crawling guys. Yes. Classic.
Everything in this jungle trying to kill us.
Yeah, you know, that's pretty much Metroid games, bud. Welcome to the Metroid Prime games.
Missiles are effective against a creature with a hard shell, you know.
Yeah, but also I can save my missiles by not doing that. Look at uncharted space. Yep.
One massive tree. Must be thousands of years old.
Yeah, no, I find him fine so far. Like, he's an annoying character, but he's intentionally written to be a little bit annoying. He's not, like, unintentionally annoying, which is the worst kind of annoying. Okay, so we got a door here we haven't explored. So we're not supposed to backtrack all the way through, so that is the only path to take. Player that you got on your nerves, but you still like him more than you dislike him. Fair enough. And so we got two pathways here. That one is clearly the door, so what happens if we do this one? Missile expansion. That makes sense. 50 missiles.
Interesting.
Yeah, so why are all these missile expansions laying around? They know the Chosen One was going to have a missile launcher? Probably. I didn't mention being able to see the future or whatever. Same with every other alien race before this. Alright, enemies can still drop missiles, good to know. Which paves the way to the Temple of Memory. As the more to follow the path will come to the altar connecting the past and the present.
Can you read that? Does that say anything about this place?
I like how Samus just never responds to anything he asks. Please move the PK stone on the top of the door to the center.
Don't want anyone in here.
Yeah, makes sense.
Must be a sacred space. Seriously, how did you do that?
Now, this is a pretty shot, at least.
I've never seen anything like this. It's beautiful.
PK is obviously player killer. Obviously.
I'm just gonna stay out of your way. You let me know when it's clear.
These guys. Another swarm. Oh, actually can attack him. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind. I just assumed they were gonna ignore him and always come after me. Hopefully he doesn't have health. Goes out of balance, you can heal him if he falls, don't worry about him. Alright, cool. That's not a escort mission. That would be annoying. Okay, missile. There we go.
This is the last stretch. I'm going for it. Cover me.
I don't know about cover you so much as I'm just gonna keep shooting if it happens to cover you. All good. Voice feels very familiar for some reason. Wouldn't be surprised. Usually for a big role like this, they're gonna have someone who has some experience. Of course, Pauline's VA in Bonanza was also relatively unknown, so who knows.
That was a close one.
First area where we saw the tree, you can see the bridge in the distance. Nice.
Thank you, Samus.
It's fun.
I can see the door, Samus. I'm good. I'm okay.
Oh, cool.
What is this place?
Looks important. The more an object with a plant motif, it has sockets for 2 motes. Sensor. Activated that to steal a mote. Look at
No
that.
idea what we're doing, but it feels like it's working.
This looks like it's blocking stuff. Also shock. Yeah. There we go. Activate the sensor. Going to the moat. Block the boat. And we're good.
Well, I'll be. It did work.
That's what we were activating, right? Oh. Another upgrade. Control beam. Psychic charge beam shots launched when using the psychic visor can now be controlled. Okay. They said psychic beam. I thought they were asking about that and got confused when it didn't work. Makes sense. I can see that getting talking about a lot of psychic stuff.
You found something for your suit, didn't you?
Yeah, so the control beam is not the psychic beam. Good to know. Oh, hey. Oh, that's trippy. Okay, I see. That's gonna... Ooh. Get a little dizzying. That would be hell in VR. The rest of this would be really cool in VR. That would be hell.
That door just opened all by itself.
Weird, but do you like it? Yeah, I'm kind of impressed with how controllable it is. It's not like pre-scripted stuff. Okay, I was moving both sticks and I was confused. No, you can just move the camera stick and it works. Or the main control stick. That's not too bad. I am going to keep accidentally doing it while I'm trying to just do regular charge shots. That's going to be annoying. Such is life. Sacred Fountain. Did a few times.
A Mark 99 mech? I'd recognize that frame anywhere. Mark 99 mech, this is Samus Aran. Bounty hunter, you know her. She's famous. You look very familiar. Betsy? What are you doing here?
Betsy?
I worked on her back at base. I'll take a few scans. Maybe we can come back here and get her. Poor baby.
Nice.
She's torn apart. If we can find the missing piece.
New Federation Heavyweight Class Golem Mech. My Pedal Man MK99 War Mech. Apparently piloted by Federation androids. Wait, if we've got combat androids, why are we sending humans to die? Hold on. Also, why do you need a separate android to control a mech instead of just making the mech an android?
Pieces.
Cheaper?
I bet we can
I
get her up
guess.
and running again.
I don't know. I feel like people would be more
Pour
expensive.
my heart and soul into that mech. Poor Betsy.
Are these components? Extremely powerful explosives required. Yeah, missiles don't do it. Good to know. Anything else to interact with here? No, okay, so we just move on. That's the point, but the mech serial number actually looks like Betsy. Listed somewhere.
Poor baby.
See it on the leg.
She's torn apart.
See, that would require me to have been paying attention to where he was looking. Oh, there it is. Yep. A3T5Y. And it's just Betsy. Cool. More missiles. Looks like a fancy computer. Control system currently inactive. That tracks.
Look at this place.
Can't swim in the water. Excuse me. No blockages detected.
This planet's tech is so powerful.
Can't get in there though. Can't jump. Can't roll.
I want to poke around, but decoding the language will take weeks without a translation key.
This is like LF that kind of requires lead speak knowledge.
I'm just gonna
That's fun.
push buttons and see what happens.
That seems like a bad idea.
See? The button pushing strategy always pays off. But I do not know what to do next. So, Samus, you give it a try?
Okay. You're very proud of figuring out before you found the clues?
Wait.
Nice.
You can interface with their tech, which means you can understand it, which means you've received translation data, which opens up a world of possibilities.
Yeah, Samus she can't
Once
just
I get this
tell him
working,
she can read.
We can use this tech to our advantage. I just need remote access to your logs. Oh, this data chip. You think it'll work?
Oh, Samus in this cutscene.
Wow, that is fascinating. Thank you.
Just non-verbal
We'll
communication.
put this here. Let's see.
That's fun. I appreciate what they're doing with her.
This should do the trick.
And it's not even implied that she talks to him, we just can't hear her. Like she just stands there silently. Yep. There we're just like, yeah, okay. Sure.
All right, look at that. We got power. Well,
Just one of her
one door is
quirks.
still locked. The other one is malfunctioning. Hey, but it's progress. Okay, all this is gonna take a while to figure out.
Oh, yeah,
so
okay, I
I'll
can't
stay
hate him.
here if you wanna scout ahead. It's about to get real nerdy in here.
I know people are complaining that the writing is cheesy, but honestly, I love that the writing's cheesy. He's great.
That'll work if I line these matrices.
Well, I use it to remember other M and decided not to do that ever again. Definitely Retro doesn't want to do that again. I don't buy that the Nintendo heads really understand why the West didn't love other M.
This is one extensive database.
But, this Retro knows what they're doing. Bomb slot. Okay, well, I don't have a bomb, so that's gonna be a problem. Why do you want me to shoot a control beam? I can't activate the bomb slot with the control beam, can I? Yeah, no. It's not a psychic bomb slot, I want a refund. Oh, okay. Never mind, I'm just stupid. They just gave me this ability. Okay, never mind, I'm not stupid. Yeah, there we go.
That's one way to fix it.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why that wasn't my first thought. Because they literally just gave me this ability.
It's easy.
It should have been obvious. Oh well. I'm gonna chalk it up to being tired. Okay. Well, we got doors unlocked. Haven't actually checked them out yet, though. That's gonna be my next thought. So we got 3 doors. This is base camp. Okay. I'm guessing this is a Zelda-style dungeon, then? So the other side of the door's malfunction can only be opened from the other side. That makes sense. For some reason it works normally after that. And we fixed the malfunction. We got unstuck from its stuck state. So when I get the bombs, I'll be able to open that door, but I don't know the bombs. And knowing Metroid, we're either going to get the bombs very early or very late. It's just one of the two. Depends on the game. It's either a foundational exploration element or it is an ability gate for much later. Okay, so the non-locked door is the save point. That makes sense. Or it's not. Oh, whoops. I pressed B instead of A, that's why. Yeah. They even have the sound effect from the classic Prime save stations. I wonder if they had a meeting with their VFX artists who were like, oh yeah, just recreate the Prime 1 save stations. Sound effects and animations and all. Like, yeah, that's your task for this month.
Good luck out there, Samus.
Alright. I'm seeing a lot of morph ball stuff. Rhizome. Destroy the shrine. Yep, I can see that. There's a missile thing. Is that just a pickup or an upgrade? I can't tell. But either way, we need the bombs for that. If we do get the bombs here, then that's where we're going next. Alright, this looks like upgrade room or a boss fight. Another cutscene. I don't speak English, so I can't take the opportunity to drink during these. Chosen One. Welcome to our temple. This is the Temple of Memory. From the beginning, the Morn priests recorded our history in the sacred tree by offering prayers. Behold, the legacy is preserved within. Born from this tree is the memory fruit. Legacy compiled within the tree will be inherited, the memory fruit. For the memory fruit to grow, you must seek the green energy crystals. Have been scattered throughout the planet. Cause the green energy crystals upon the altar of legacy. Is our faith in you, chosen one. Yeah, so we're collecting keys and green energy crystals. Let's carry the memory fruit to a new world. I'll never guess why it's called green energy. Because it's renewable? Solar powered? Eco-friendly? Obviously. How many green energy crystals to deposit? Yep, that tracks. Okay, cool. I haven't seen anything else yet here, right? No. Puzzle? Which is the triple target psychic lock. Solve the gate. Psychic energy, the lock cannot be disabled unless all 3 targets are exposed simultaneously. Okay, well, sure would be convenient if I had some kind of triple beam then, huh? And answer to my question, we are not getting the bombs here. Seems very durable, but can be broken by a concussive blast. Probably means missile? No, morph ball bomb. Okay. Okay. Well, then there's only one way to go forward. So I can just move this around in a circle. Snaps to the points. Go to the boss backstory room. Nice. Another Colin the Horn Priest. Storage his feet, holds notes for making second recordings. I don't see any motes here though. A recording data playback device. Its images and text recorded within a mote. These signals can be interpreted only by those who have psychic abilities. It's supposed to be displayed somewhere. Sure, your boss makes a mote appear in this room and gives you some backstory on them. I see. That's fun. Neat, but not all I needed. Just extra lore. Cool. Yeah, I guess I can't activate any of these yet. Psychic block, triple target. Do I have some way to do this then? No, I don't think so. How much backseating is too much backseating? If I... You are welcome to at any point suggest... ask if you can give a hint. I'll put it that way. But don't actually give me the hint unless I say it's okay. And if it's not related to like a puzzle or something, it's just like... Oh, hey, here's a cool thing. You can point those out. Yeah. I know the puzzles, I can't really just make suggestions, yeah. Exactly. Late for releasing. Will cause things further and reveal additional objects. Yeah, okay. I feel like I don't have anything I can do with this unless Missile has like multi-lock or something. Is the lock unit explosive? Yep. Oh, okay. There is information here. Up to 3 control beam shots can be launched before a short recovery period. As it dramatically slows perception of time, the control beam is very effective against fast-moving targets. Unless it collides with an obstacle, it can hit up to 3 targets. Okay. They may have mentioned that and I just glossed over it. Yes, that's what the tutorial's for. So I just gotta fly through all 3. Okay, cool. See, previous games had beams that were explicitly multi-lock on, so I assumed that that was an upgrade we got, and not a base part of something they'd already given us. So they did know it because you notice the birds of the inches, the temple barely moving while flying around with it. Makes sense. It's funny they got the guy that explains all the puzzles for you, and then made that one kind of not the most obvious. Interesting strategy. Can we hit ourselves with it? We can. Doesn't do any damage though. Alrighty. Drag that down, open it. Whoops. Not far enough. There we go. Anything else in this room? No. Big, pretty corridor. Alright. This looks like a boss arena. Oh yeah. Big plant enemy. Okay. Carvex. Up. Some moving projectiles. There's a break point on its limbs. Expose its belly. Not just spikes on the ground. Classic. Seems simple enough. And there's just more tentacles. Two things that count for the scan logs against this boss if you want to get 100% eventually. Makes sense. The vines and the body itself. It doesn't completely stop time, but it does slow it down. Interesting. Switch back to the regular charge beam, I think. Never mind. We do need to use it. Oh, dang it. We're never good at jumping to dodge here. Okay, so we break both their armors to make them vulnerable, and then we need to do that. There we go. Let me guess, now it's gonna have a third one in the next phase. Just a hunch. There we go. Yep, there we are. Two full charge shots will do it. Yeah. Okay, and then psychic beam. Maybe not the best time in the attack pattern to do this, but here we are. Dang it. I'll do that again now. Or do we? If we go fast, maybe we're fine. Nice. Did not have to redo that phase. That's good. Ouch. I like the Metroid-shaped weak points. Good visual language. Where's the other tentacle there? There you are. Hiding it from me. Sneaky. Read the scan's not Metroid shaped, it's an actual Metroid fused with it. Yeah, no, I figured. I didn't say that explicitly, but. That makes sense. Just like the other boss Metroids, are going around fusing with things. Make them big and gross and evil. How dare they? Alright. That should be it. If there's like a cinematic finisher. Nope. Got it. And now it's a normal flower-ish. There we go. Oh, what's that? Getting a lot of upgrades in the first area. Psychic bomb. Okay, we saved the Deku tree, exactly. So we do get the Morphle bomb. First area, okay. One of those games. Yeah, that probably means Spider Ball is very late. Psychic bomb. As opposed to regular bombs. Use only in Warp Ball form, up to 3. Blast, can bomb jump. Bombs can be given psychic mote properties. Interesting. Legally distinct bombs, yep. Building Spider Ball should have a toggle setting. Yeah, having to hold that through the long sections sounds tedious. Okay. So there's a way out right there. But first, they want us to scale this thing. Figure this thing. Bomb slot for operating the Sacred Shrine. So we can place bombs normally. What did it mean about the moat, though? Wow. We can just create moats, okay. Interesting. I feel like that's really powerful. Well, not necessarily powerful, but I feel like that having to design the puzzles around that sounds kind of crazy. So I guess from now on, they're going to have more than 3 moats required to unlock stuff. They want to make a puzzle around that. That's all you have, there's a dedicated jump button for Warp Ball. Nice. I appreciate that. Most of the games have had Morph Ball jump. That is definitely a nice option. Alright, talk to me. Oh, we've teleported to the Sacred Realm. It doesn't still behave as a Morph Ball bomb, so it explodes after a bit when you throw it. Oh, that's fun. So you can remote Morph Ball bomb. Master Teleport key acquired. One of the keys required to activate the Master Teleporter and Chrono Tower. A total of 5 keys must be collected. Yep, so we've cleared this area as far as keys concerned. I'm assuming we'll need to beat 5 area bosses to get 5 keys.
Samus, do you copy?
Unlock the final area.
Booyah! Long-range comms are back online. Oh, did you achieve your objective? There's something I want to talk about. Meet me in base camp?
Alright, return to base camp. Can do. Yeah, so if I want to break that, I can yoink that, toss it. Nice. Good to know. And it's some useful tech. Is there anything that calls for a concussive blast? That's what we drop these for. Classic Morph Ball cages. Gotta love it. Alright. I'm gonna want to circle back around because there's that missile expansion. Where's your hive? There it is. This is the hive? I can. I was right. It's very expensive missile-wise, but you can. We'll do that, and then they had an infinite missile generator right here. I'll just snag that. And it is in the basic beam can break the hives. Okay, that makes sense. Good to know. Charge shot didn't do it, and that's usually roughly equivalent to missiles for things that can break with both. Want to scan those crystals you walked past? Okay. Oh, is this green energy crystals? That makes sense. Green energy crystals, yep. That makes sense. So those are just going to be an everywhere collectible. I see. Good to know. I'll try to keep an eye out. It's interesting how the bombs render over Samus. I mean, it's probably useful to do that for just gameplay purposes. Yes, that is where base camp is. I did remember that, but good to know. Yeah, I think I want to roll through here again. That was earlier, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. So we did all this. Oh, now do we have this thing? We do. There we go. I mean, that door's useless, but you can't do it until like halfway through the game. That's fun. A massive burning rock fell from the sky to the jungles of Euros. This rock, which was itself poisonous, had cooled and hardened. A small carnivorous plant took in the poison it carried. And it succumbed to the poison, it thrived, growing to rule over the jungle. And the priest Asar became the first the plant could convey its thoughts to and named it Carvex. Later at the urging, Carvex eventually relocated to the garden within the Lemorn Temple of Memory. It ruled as it did in the jungles, and it came to preside over Lemorn funerals. Interesting. So it's a psychic plant monster that helps them with funerals. Fun. Also came from space, I guess. Yep. Poisonous rock. So you know a few things like that. In the Metroid franchise. Here we go. Missile expansion. Can't really miss it. 5 more missiles is 5 more missiles. Oh yeah, I should go deposit what we have in the Altar of Legacy and see what that does. Altar of Legacy! So that makes the second Nintendo game in the past 2 years where you have a glowing green circle and you use your hand to activate it. To interface with ancient technology. They're very Zonai in a lot of ways. Okay, successfully deposited. And the energy converter with green energy crystals causes it also to illuminate. Gets more sacred energy. Causes the energy converter. Yeah. Make progress on that in the menu. I was about to ask about that, yeah. Ah, okay. So that on the left there is a progress bar. It is understandably not very full yet. That tracks. 1 of 5 keys. And there's room for one other progression item in there. I had no idea. Well, there you go. Today you learned. These don't break or anything, right? And they're just there for decoration. They are conveniently morph ball sized. No idea it needed that many.
Map design these for humans.
Mm.
Oh! Whoa! You are sneaky quiet, you know that? Hey, I'm glad you're back.
Surprisingly stealthy
That
for a
data
metal
you gave
suit.
me earlier is really coming in handy. I've been able to translate the Lemorn language. This planet, Viros, doesn't appear on any of the known star charts. Might as well be a ghost. I tried sending out a distress signal, but there is no activity in this sector. It is eerily quiet. We could be anywhere, or we could be nowhere. According to these maps, we shouldn't even be here.
Phantom planet.
From what I gather, the only way off this planet is to retrieve 5 teleporter keys. Now, I'll do some digging to see if there's any way I can support you. Now that our comms are working,
Outer Wilds planet,
we
yep.
should be able to share data. I can
Exactly.
provide you with intel from here. What do you
Want some
say?
BS?
Teammates? Excellent.
Just nod.
Hey, stay safe out there, Samus. I'll be here if you need me.
Cool. So this is home base. In the meantime, at least. Can we interface with it at all? No. Alright, well. A quick little hop.
Hey!
Look at that. And nothing else we've failed to explore so far, right? Well, looks like we've been decently thorough.
Be careful, Samus. You won't
There's
have
the
me
exploding
here to watch
spores.
your back.
Yeah, we definitely need your help to watch our backs out there. Oh. Storage locker. Impervious even to powerful weapons. Open if current is past the electrodes at both ends. Not that way, probably. No, doesn't seem to be that. Purple bombs? No. Hmm. Nothing else scannable in here. Alright, I guess we'll come back later then. And we got music. It's drowned out by the charge shot, but nice. Alright, 2 doors. This one's problem. High temperatures. Okay, so we need the heat beam for that one. Big device. Cargo launcher. Cargo launcher activation switch. This is where we need to use the, use those things. That makes sense. Let's check around. Got platforms up here. Still don't have psychic boots. Good to know that there's a thing back here. Yep. We just think about it harder and have the right boots. We'll be able to step on the things made of flat. Obviously. Cursor. Yep. There we go. Remote Warfball Bomb. This physical expansion was one of the last things you got because you completely missed it was there. Makes sense. That's probably one of the last places you'd come back through and try to clear out, right? Alright. Launch me. Okay, not in Warfball form. Yes. Cargo cannon. Oh boy, that doesn't seem sturdy. Kaboom! And Samus is pancaked. We never did hear from her ever again. Tragic. Exactly. And the desert. Assuming this is the much maligned desert. So you intend to target by only a couple thousand kilometers. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's within tolerance. Our tolerances just suck. I picked up 2 clusters of green energy. Yeah, I barely moved at all. Very indifferent about this desert, which is probably not a good thing. The fog settles when you use control beam. It's kind of neat. I guess the fog is showing the range of control on it. That makes sense. And compare this to like Nier's exploration music in the desert areas. That is a cliff. Your deserts are a vibe, yeah. I was just playing Stellar Blade, as I mentioned earlier, and when you have a Nier outfit on, it plays the desert tracks from Nier Automata and City Ruins in the first Wasteland. It's like, yeah, I like this significantly better than the actual soundtrack for the game. Not that it's bad. Just hard to top Nier soundtrack, it's so good. Stellar Blade's desert design is so good. I mean, when your game is going to be entirely deserts, basically. Kinda has to be. Anything else out here? I do appreciate that they had 2 areas that were just big open deserts, so they made an effort to try to visually separate the 2. One of them is more open dunes, the other one's more canyons.
What you see in front of you is the entrance to the closest area with a teleporter key. If you want to contact me going forward, use the radio command on the map screen. I'll help in any way I can.
Okay, Mackenzie. That's fun you have an action-adventure game that's done in a long time, probably since Nier, fittingly enough. Nice. Yeah, I wish I was better at the combat. I wasn't enjoying the combat all that much. I'm just bad at that kind of game. Now there's a radio button to contact him, half the time it doesn't work. Nice. Let's not do that then. Acknowledge your installation of Fury Green has malfunctioned. This fire sends capsule off course, performed an emergency landing in Soul Valley. I can see that. So in the handful of times where they've scripted a response from Mackenzie to give you, you can do that. See how far can we go? How big is this area? Alright, cliff wall here. Got the classic sand trail. Doesn't actually do any displacement though. Not the most sophisticated desert technology we've seen. But it's passable. I know I've been spoiled on the motorcycle. And we'll get that eventually. Not really designed to be going through this slowly. I'm just checking, you know? You never know when there's going to be something around the boundaries of the map. Not sure about the bike, but it was fun. I think it fits in with kind of the... kind of just fun vibes that they're going for. It's not meant to be taken too seriously. I did hear that the desert area specifically was contracted out, like pretty late in development. So that makes a lot of sense. That whole part was not part of the original design of the game. Okay, nothing worth a shot. Yeah. It's a random rock formation? Yeah, okay. Here, double check. Why wouldn't we be thorough in exploring the exploration zone? Honestly, feels very stitched together to you. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. Why I've been hesitant to say that I'm super excited for the game. Because, like, some of my favorite parts of the first two Metroid games in particular is the way that all the areas naturally interconnect. Obviously, you're still, like, having ice areas right next to lava areas or whatever. It's not logically connected. But the way that the areas, have all these back passages that, and teleporters and stuff that kind of link them together makes it feel a lot more of a cohesive, shared, Metroidvania-like world. And having a central hub area kind of goes against that, in my opinion. Change the music with an amiibo. Yeah. If you have the amiibo, you can use the bike radio. There is an ambient track playing in the desert. It's just, not much happening in it. Alright, can I break this with something? Probably nothing that I have. When psychic energy in the form of a diffused oscillation blast wave can pulverize it. Yeah, so presumably power bomb equivalent. Like of interconnected levels makes us feel a lot more like Metroid Prime 3 in your opinion? Yeah. That's what I was afraid of, because I think that is really what makes Metroid Prime 3 underwhelming for me, is the linearity of the areas. Lack of interconnectedness. You mean psychic power bomb? Yes. Viola was an apocalyptic invention. Metallic feet sprint over land with great power. Across the sea of sand, carrying us in the blink of an eye. Starting with the Viola, we created many inventions. Our development supported by technology. All this duration, the machine era. Development eventually overwhelmed supply of nature. At this rate, resources would be depleted. It's thought we determined our farewell with the machine era. Preserve the existence of Viros, our world. Makes sense. That's why they switched to psychic energy for everything. They misspelled voila. Just a bit. Birds of the last scan you're missing, it took you so long to find them. Those random lore totems you never need to scan. It's fun. Okay. New supply storage unit, tower for storing emergency equipment for Soul Valley, electrifying the lock in the lower part of the hatch will cause it to release. Said electricity. I feel like we get some kind of electric beam or something. Clearly nothing we have right now is going to do it. Not concussive, because that's bombs. The charge beam is not in fact electric. Psychic energy. Okay, is there any other locations I missed here? No, looks like that's it. Alright. There's an electric missiles, kind of like the ice missiles in Fusion. I can see that. Or like, Metroids are weak to ice beams and missiles, so we're just gonna put those in one item to simplify things. This is a boss fight location. Okay, who am I fighting? Getting war flashbacks? Oh. Maggie Tower put up a force field. So confused by the random PTSD flashbacks. Cool. And then the drones attacked. Why are the drones attacking me? But I was the chosen one. I'll take them out. There we go. Up. Oh wait, there's more. That isn't worth the chosen one, but the chosen one. Oh, of course. Why did Chozo statues attack us in Zero Mission? You know, good question. Oh. There we go. Got him. Cool. This is a big area. Is it big and empty, as usual? That's how you know it's a boss fight arena. Or their key location. Any boss in this case, though. Not a boss right away. I haven't looked into Pragmata yet. I saw the trailer. I haven't actually looked at the game itself much. Definitely my aesthetic. I don't know about the gameplay or not. I'll have to look into it more. I was like, I already got too many sci-fi games to play right now. in this and Stellar Blade. I'm curious for sure. There's a hatch. Is there anything else here? Big ol' hatch in the center. Viola spinner. Okay. I wonder if we're gonna unlock one. My delivery truck. It would be a delivery truck. Exactly, spinner. Exit pipe. Yeah, okay. So we go in from the other side, we come out there. Viola tunnel. Can open with the Viola spinner. That tracks. Okay, time to go get ourselves a bike. Up and away. Oh. Whole interior environment. Fuel barrel, oh. No reaction is visible. Not currently explosive. That's potential, I guess, but it's gonna depend a lot on the level design for you. Makes sense. Barrel! Classic. Of course. There we go. I wonder how we progress. Conduit, safety mesh, strong impact. Concussive blast is probably good enough for that. We'll see. Yeah, okay. That was all it took. Another loading screen. Okay. Yellow tunnel door. Maintenance tunnel hatch. Down the long corridor. Here we go. It's been a cutscene. Loading screen is so funny to you. They're just running. Long tunnel. Like, you're not gonna want to run through all this manually. That sounds terrible. Take those. I'll destroy these because apparently they're hostile now. Can't be hostile. That's a hatch. Go to the end of the game that you could destroy those. No. And that mech suit seems exhausting. There's some hover boosters on her shoes one day. I can see that. I mean, you can run really fast in Dread. Speed upgrades. Oh. Bolt Forge. That's fancy. That's a lot of zappy bits. Bolt Forge, your beloved. It's interesting. Okay, all the way over there at the facility core. Yeah, that tracks. Okay. More fallen resources. If in the atmosphere, fair enough. Feels very Camino for out here. What's up with these pylons? Lightning rods. Vehicles move safely beneath before disfrequent lightning strikes. That makes sense. Oh, the droplets on the visor? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I see you up there. Denzard. A resilient creature capable of incredibly harsh climates. Can absorb electrical energy. Concerning. Transport container. A claw thing. Yep. Container arm. Pop, pop, pop. Okay. You're malfunctioning. What's your deal? Centers become non-functional. Significant damage to the outer frame. So yeah, that ain't working. But this one can, presumably. I would be able to if I had the right upgrade, which I don't yet. Good to know. Okay. There's the bike. Quite a few of these. The more narrow bike Mark V. Must really like the flying galleon at the start of Star Fox Adventures. Fair enough. It's like lightning strikes. Stormy environments. Okay. Guess so. Alright, cool. Yellow suit printer. Is suit required to ride the Mark 7 bike? Mark 7. Latest model, mass produced during the machine era, redesigned for the psychic era. Very cool. And not that easy. I need to get the suit, but that is currently offline. App station. Yes, please. Got your second bike key. Yep. Need the quick start. Remote key, whatever. That hologram. And Star Fox Adventures Go, by the way, missed that whole playthrough. It wasn't terrible. It was definitely not much of a Star Fox game, but as far as like other action adventure games of that era, it was solid. Decent amount of content. Aiming the stick to shoot things for puzzles is really annoying. I remember that. Really getting on my nerves, but it was all right. I forgot the crystal's only in it for like 5 minutes. I did know you played as Fox for most of it, but you really do just play as Fox for pretty much all of it. Okay. Long way down. Oh, well, you liked it more than other Star Fox games, but I don't know how much of that is just nostalgia. Understandable. Wasn't a bad game, especially for the era.
Looks like you acquired the map to the facility. Let's take a peek. To reach the next tower, you'll need to open the big door in this room. But without power, you won't be able to unlock it.
Makes sense.
Good news is, the generator is right down here.
It's that simple. Just get all the way down there.
To get there, you'll need access to the lower
I would not like to hear that again, no.
Oh, and don't forget to stop by the save station. Oh boy, the storm's picking up. You might be on your own from here. Good work.
Honestly, I think the game would have been received by fans better if you played as Crystal for most of it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not, actually. Maybe fans would have been even more upset. But it's very silly having Fox doing all these, like, weird magic abilities and not being able to use his blaster for anything. Just because they've arbitrarily decided that he can't use his blaster. Okay, we got a bunch of doors here. Which one is the save room, do you think? Probably the dead end one. Yep, there we go. We are at more than 2.5 hours on the stream, and I'm really tired because I didn't sleep. So we might wrap it up here, actually, then continue tomorrow. I'm out of weapon. Why couldn't I bring my blaster? Was run free in your head. Yeah, they're just like, we don't want you damaging the local environment. You gotta get creative. And then you can proceed to shoot fire blasts at everything. Okay. How about I buy that? Okay, so these are the doors that we need to have the bike for. That makes sense. Which, once again, means there is only one path to take. Down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fading. I think I'm gonna have to stop here. It's probably gonna be a while before we get to another save station, so... we'll call it there. Go take a nap. But yeah, off to a good start. I'm liking the game so far. Remains to be seen if I'll continue liking it all the way through, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. Good Metroid adventure. And I don't think I have any other plans tomorrow, so I should be able to do another full stream of this tomorrow. Continue making headway in it. Yeah. And I'll be focusing on getting through this game. Not necessarily rushing through it more than I have to be rushing through it, but... gonna get through the game. I'm not gonna try to get 100% scans this playthrough. I'll do an off-stream playthrough afterwards if I wanna go back and do 100%. And Lily's right. Lily is live, sure. It's been a little bit. Rated Raider last time. Alright, let me kick off that raid. Yeah, I'm aiming for about 3-ish hours per stream going forward instead of just 2, but it'll very much depend on the day. And I'm definitely more tired than usual today. So, yeah. Thank y'all for being here. I'm glad my capture card worked. Were there any, like, major lag spikes or anything that anyone noticed? It seemed to be fine on my end. So I was very worried. I've got an older capture card and it's not the highest end one. Now that I saw, nice. That's really good to hear. I was worried. I had to finagle a lot of settings to get it to play nice with the Switch too. But it seems to be running okay. Having to look at my second monitor is a little bit awkward, but I'll see if I can come up with a better solution for that. I definitely want to keep playing off of the pass-through on the second monitor though, instead of playing off the OBS preview. This game is very underwhelming at lower frame rates, which unfortunately you're having to deal with on stream. But I don't have the bandwidth for that. Okay, why is it duplicating the game capture? I just noticed that. Oh, it doesn't matter. See you later. Have a good stream. Have a good weekend. See some of you tomorrow night.